the previous video we had created a UI policy, and now we are creating a UI policy action. So using UI policy action, you can either set a field mandatory, or you can set it visible, or you can set it read only. Yeah. So the field name we are selecting is subcategory. So subcategory. So what we'll do, we'll keep the mandatory as true, then we'll keep visible as true, and then we'll keep it read only. So it's not a good combination to keep it mandatory and read only. So we'll keep it false, read only to false, or we can have it leave alone. Yeah. So let's test it now once. So now that we have submitted this UI policy action, we'll test it once. So you can do the same things using UI policy script as well. Yeah. So in the UI policy, you get an option here in when to apply the condition, and there is this script. Okay. So order here, what it does is, suppose we can have multiple UI policies, right, on a same table, on a same form. Yeah. So what UI policy, what an order would do is, it would suggest the system which UI policies it needs to execute first. Yeah. So starting from 0 onwards, suppose there are two UI policies, one is with order 15 and another is with 95. So system will execute the UI policy with order 15 first. So that's what this order field would do. Yeah. So we'll reload our form. I just right click and then I'm reloading the form over here. Okay, so now you can see category is one of these things. Yeah. So that's what the condition we had given, right? In when to apply, let's check the condition that we had given. So the condition is category is one of, so, and we have selected everything, each and every that's available over here. So that's definitely matching over here. Yeah. So the category is either one of these. Then what should happen? Subcategory should be visible, subcategory should be mandatory. So subcategory is visible and subcategory is mandatory. You can see that asterisk mark now. And let's see what happens if we try to save this. It won't allow. It says the following mandatory fields are not filled in, that is subcategory. So how did this happen? So this is using the UI policy action. Yeah. So now if we change the condition, if we keep the mandatory as false over here, so I'm instead of opening it, so I'm just we can even do it using the just double click over here, and then you can see the other options available. Yeah, it could take some time. So mandatory will set it to leave alone, and now visible is true, right? So we'll again set visible to leave alone. And then now what we'll do, we'll keep read only as true. Yeah, so that the user is not able to edit that particular part. So I have saved these changes over here. So I will refresh this now. So whenever you're doing something on the client side, anything if you do on the client side, then you have to refresh that record so that the logic gets there in place. So you can see now subcategory is uneditable. So that's what our UI policy action does. Okay, so a question for you. See, two questions. So question number 1, if UI policy and client script has same order, then which one will execute first? Yeah, if they have same order, UI policy and client script, which one will execute first? And the second action, the second question, if UI policy and client script, if these have conflicting logic, yeah, so then whose logic would be applied? Yeah, so can mention in the comment. Thanks. Catch you later. Bye.